Welcome, beautiful hearts. I am
Mhm.
so excited to introduce you to my guest today, who is a quantum healer. We're going to learn all about that and why it's so important, along with receiving a quantum attunement. This is a quantum attunement to reclaim your energy. It's all about energy. And my guest today, Rachel Hansen, learns about this. She teaches about this. She is an alchemical priestess and a holistic practitioner, blending her herbal wisdom,
Mhm.
embodiment, and quantum energy work to help promote and support feminine sovereignty. Hi, Rachel. Welcome,
So,
welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here.
thank you for having me. It's a dream come true.
Your work is really comprehensive in quantum healing. You have spent,
Yes,
oh my gosh,
decades.
long years, decades getting yourself
Hmm.
ready. And what I've noticed is you've actually used this in the life of your loved ones with tangible results.
Yes.
And it's just the new way forward. So tell us about quantum attunement and reclaiming our energy. Why is this so important for you at this time on the planet? What is it and why is it so important?
Well, first of all, everything around us is energy. Uh, Everything, our food is energy. We have physical, emotional, mental, and quantum energy. It's all reduces down to vibrations and frequencies. And so, if that's the case, whenever we go about our day and we're doing stuff and everyone is so bombarded with so much energy, like email, text messages, phones, all the electro uh, devices, everything like that. So we get basically our field just gets gunkied up. It gets gross. We get clogged up with everybody else's stuff and with EMFs and toxins and pollution, and it's all a vibration pattern. And so people are people really need help. They really need to have energy. What's one of the number one things I hear all the time is I don't have enough energy. I don't feel like it. I'm tired. This depletion shows how these your vibration, your calibration's off. If you're functioning at full level, then it's like your car engine. If you give it bad gas, it's not going to run really well. It's going to be, it's going to be sluggish. It's going to feel bad. And we're the same way. So, a lot of energy work, it's like cleaning the surface, but with quantum work, we actually reorganize it at the fundamental Planck field, and that creates the surface. So, it's even deeper than root cause. A lot of things you hear in health and wellness. I'm working on two PhDs, by the way, one in functional medicine and one in spiritual medicine. And so there's a
Wow.
lot of root cause work and talk in that. So, but when we work on the quantum level, we go deeper than just our cells. We go down to the atom that is smaller than our DNA. We go down into the nucleus of the atom, and where there's about 1 billion Planck spheres inside the nucleus of that atom. And we learn how to start spinning those in a little bit different spin. And that just, if you think of like a tornado or a hurricane, that's at that center point of stillness. And everything caught in that, we start spinning it and we can spin it out to where we want it to be and how we want it to be. So it not only starts clearing your energy field of stuff that you don't like, but it's because you're respinning it. You're actually resonating at a different spot. And so all the bad things or all the stuff we don't want in our lives, they can no longer hang anymore. They can't resonate with that because it's too much for them. And so those things start going away. And then we end up building our own sovereignty. And a lot of people think being sovereign, being yourself, is like putting up some boundaries. And it's not. It's part of it, but it's not. Sovereignty is about recognizing a unique quantum signature that naturally repels what doesn't resonate. And it's each person, each of us, we have fingerprints, right? And they're all unique, they're all different. We all have fingerprints, but they're all different. Well, our quantum signature is our fingerprint. It's like a fingerprint, it's unique to us. And so we got to kind of go in there and figure it out and find it. When we start doing that, we move into coherence. And uh, coherence is actually measurable. There's tons of people and research institutes and doctors and scientists that have done these tests around the world, and that like heart math has proven it, that consciousness creates organized standing waves in our biofield, and it brings us into coherence. When we're not in coherence, we have illnesses, we have bad things happen to us, we have bad things come into our lives. And then you ever notice how when something bad happens, it seems like there's a whole cascade of bad events that happen? And it's that attraction, it's that magnetism. And so whatever we're in coherence with, whether it be discoherent or bad for us or not, that coherence is what's going to cause that resonance. And so what are we resonating with? Where do we resonate? Are we down here? Are we dying because we're exhausted and depleted? And how do we get it back to, how do we clean that out and feel okay again? How do we feel? How do we be loving without overgiving? How do we have boundaries without being closed off? How do we operate without being depleted? How do we get back to that? That's truly who we are. That's our sovereignty. That's who we are. And yet it's masked over and worn out based on our lives and just what we're in this society and how we function. So a big part of it, I say meditation for everything. And my version of meditation is visualization, exercises, breath work. It's to me, it all boils down to we're in a meditative state. We're in a coherent state. So we're using applied quantum mechanics. We're going to work in applied quantum mechanics, and we're going to use consciousness as the tool. And so you can call it visualization, meditation. And so we'll go in like that for, for help, for attunement. So we work with the singularity point, which is going to be that eye of the storm, that place where the stillness is. And that's actually based on black hole physics. And then we look at how black hole physics and quantum entanglement and disentanglement, how that works, and that the mechanics of that, and the things that come into and out of play in reality, and how to, well, uh, figure out the reality you want and get that one and not the one you don't want. And then that comes into their observer effect is involved. That's going to be consciousness collapsing wave functions through observation. And then we have coherence creation. So if we're in a discoherent state, we feel bad. So in coherence creation, we affect the heart field. And so we're going to have measurable heart coherence affecting field organization. And then I mentioned a little bit about each person's quantum fingerprint or their energy signature. That's actually covered in spin dynamics and quantum physics and quantum mechanics. And it's about each person's unique energy signature as spin patterns. Everything is moving. Everything always moves and spins. And when we realize we're not sitting still, we're not standing still. All of our Planck spheres, we're like 10 to the 28th power of Planck spheres in our bodies. All those are spinning right now. And we can adjust those spins.
Okay, wow, you are a wealth of information, Miss Scientist. I love it. I really do. And I keep going back to the movie, What the Bleep Do We Know? I just
Oh,
referenced that
nothing.
this
We don't know anything.
morning. I love that movie. That movie changed my life. And have you seen that movie? What the Bleep Do
Not recently.
Not recently. Okay. So, all right.
Are
Well,
you kidding? All I do is study.
I know you have you and two PhDs. Congratulations. You're so dynamite. Okay.
I started off I wanted to get 5, and I was like, that might be a little much, but I'm a lifelong student. I'll never stop studying.
All
There's
right.
just too
So
many
one day
things.
you
I
will
want to
have
live forever so I can like read all the books.
and you will get the 5 PhDs, maybe more then. All
Maybe
right.
more. Who knows? I'm starting with these 2, and we'll see what happens.
Really good on you. Kudos. Okay, so we're going to do an experiential in this, but I have just a few more questions if you
Okay.
don't mind. It's really fascinating. You said Planck spheres,
Mm-hmm.
and that is something that I mean, we know Planck and the spheres. So tell us more about Planck spheres. And as you do, my question is, as you're describing spin dynamics,
Uh-huh.
this is going to be twofold. One is, when we're dealing with Planck spheres and spin dynamics, how do we access or how do we find that natural signature, that natural quantum signature? I know that we're going to do that in the attunement or feel
It's
close to
it's
that.
actually really easy.
Okay.
And you're gonna laugh. You're like, really? It's your heart space. Get out of
That's
your head and go to your heart.
okay. There you go. That
Yeah.
the key is the heart.
It's
And isn't
and
it?
we're gonna go deeper than the heart space. We're gonna go into that singularity, that black hole. Literally, it's like having a black hole in your heart, which sounds bad, but it's really good.
Well,
But so
let's
we're
look
gonna
at a
go
black
deep.
hole, a black
Yeah.
hole. And what's
So
on
we
the other
have
side of a black
Yeah,
hole?
think of a black hole. It's like a tubule of information. It's a bridge. It's like if you're on the phone, and back when we had phone cords and I was on the other phone, or the kids with the cups and the strings, a black hole is that tubule. And it is packed full of information. All the information that exists in the macrocosm exists in the microcosm. That's us, you know? And so we need to access that information. So what do? We go pick up the tube. And we have a Planck sphere on one side of the black hole. So here's a black hole, and it's got these, openings and the tube in the middle, right? So this our Planck sphere is over here resonating at the opening of this black hole. But now there's another black hole off over here, and there's some over here because they're all over the place. They're everywhere, and they're all different sizes. So we need some information over here that this other black hole has. And so our Planck sphere here has a little cord that attaches to that Planck sphere over there, and they just start communicating. So we're like, we put our thoughts on it, we put our consciousness on. Okay, I need to know this. It makes that connection, and it starts pulling it out of the other black hole and downloading it into your body. It's like getting a program upgrade. It's like you're operating on Windows 95 and you just upgraded to quantum programming. you know
I love that explanation. All right. So you were saying, okay, earlier you were like, when a bad thing happens, you notice that we get in that slide and more
well,
things,
the cascade effect.
the cascade effect, because it's all energy, right? And so we're
It
attracting
is,
more of that.
and it filters through like that.
And it filters through. Okay, so that's that side of it. Now, on the other side of it, the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
what if we're consciously, because I've experienced this, it's very
Okay.
amazing. What if we're consciously doing the work? We're saying, I want to affect my reality with my consciousness. So we do that inner work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then,
The bad
then,
thing happens.
then things like that happen
Yeah.
because
That,
something has to give,
yeah.
right? Explain what's
Well,
going on there.
oh, that's part of that experience there, and I probably am safe to say I know I've experienced it way more than once. It's been, multiple times. What's that saying where it says all the times you fail before, like at the thousand steps that you fail and stumble on before one finally works, or something to that effect? That would be my life. But um, so what happens is, and it's disheartening. So we're doing everything right, or at least we think we're doing all the stuff. We're meditating, we're praying, we're whatever it is. We're doing all the stuff, and then these bad things happen, and we're like, "But didn't I do this right? Isn't this the way I'm supposed to be doing things?" And so when we're in trying, and here's the key, trying to change something or trying to control something. These words may sound nuanced, but it's the feelings that's associated with them, because our emotions, our feelings, that ability to transmute feelings and energy is what affects that spin and that consciousness. So when we're trying really hard, we're trying to force, we're trying to control. What do we actually have control of in this world, in life? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But and we don't want to be controlling people. Do you want to be controlled by someone or micromanaged? Or, that's really an icky thing to do. So why would you try to control in a forceful way your field of what you're wanting to accomplish? Instead, we command. Leadership, great leaders are great commanders. They know how to command with respect, without force. And things respond to them out of respect because they want to, because it's a great leader. And it works the same way with our field. So when it's like grasping a fish too hard and you squeeze it and the fish just shoots right out of your hand. It's the same way with this. When we hang on too tight or we're so tied up into it, that's going to lead to mistrust and fear. We're afraid we're not going to have it. It's it's painful. It's scary. It's, oh no, what's that? I better hold on tighter. And in doing so, you just squeeze it right out of existence. And so it's being in that duality of wanting something really bad and trying to create it, and then squeezing, going too hard and being forceful. We don't force anything. We benevolently request, we ask very nicely, and we put think of the difference in the feeling of like I said, like controlling somebody or trying to micromanage someone, trying to control you. That doesn't feel good. But when you're working with someone and you have people that work with you and stuff like that, you say, hey, I need you to go get this done right here. And, you're requesting that, you're commanding them to it, but it's not controlling. It's just part of it. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll get that done. I'll have it done by, 5 o'clock, whatever. And it's the same way with uh, when we think we're doing everything right and we're trying so hard. It's telling us to stop trying so hard. Try easy. Try easy. Don't try hard. Things need to flow, not be, oh, I'm going to squeeze and clench. Expansion, contraction. When you're doing that, you're contracting. The let go. Surrender.
Surrender.
Not surrender what you want, not surrender your life, not give up, but it's letting go of the fear that forces you to try to control everything. And
Yes,
that's a big kicker.
that is. Thank you for sharing on that, because what we actually, yeah, force, actually, we push it because we want it
We
so bad. We're actually repelling it away from
repelling it. And then look what we're resonating with. We're resonating then, we're
of,
bringing in what we resonate with.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so another facet of this, and I think I've experienced this really, is that if we are, okay, so we're doing it and we're in heart coherence and we're visualizing things, but then our
Mm-hmm.
reality right here,
Yeah.
obviously something's got to give in a reality to bring in the new reality that we want.
You have to make space.
We have to
If you
make
if you
space. So
already
we have
filled up, where's it going to go? If I want new furniture, but I have a house full of furniture, how am I going to put in new furniture?
right. So then some of those
I
things have to drop out.
You gotta let things, you gotta shift. And what I've found is that's hard to do. It's scary. Um, because, well, number one, you're in your comfort zone. This is what you're used to. You have to expand yourself as a container, your awareness, to be able to handle the higher vibration, to handle the extra energy that's going to come through, and to be able to resonate with it. Because it's like you ever hear these stories of people who are poor or lower socioeconomic status, and they win the lottery and they've spent all of it and have filed bankruptcy and in huge debt in a year. You know why? They never got expanded enough to be a container to have and hold money. They only wanted the money. Well, the universe will give you what you want. The money came straight in. There it is. And then what they do with it? Oh no, I'm not prepared for this. I'm not prepared to hold this much energy. I'm not prepared to hold space. So it really is. And you get, it's easy to get mad and upset and disappointed because we're like, again, we're wanting all this stuff. We're wanting this reality that we think we want, but are we actually ready to receive it? Have we set up our house? Is the house painted? Is it cleaned? Are the floors ready? Is everything out of the way to move in the new furniture and put in the plants and hang up the pictures? Did you clean house? Is the house big enough to hold the big furniture you want?
I hope that everyone listening, going through trials and tribulations, understand what we're talking about here,
Am I
because
making sense? Does it make sense?
it does make sense.
Okay,
Because when we have these little stumbles,
we do.
we can look from a higher perspective to say, we were manifesting it all along. And so
Yeah.
if things are shifting while we're trying to bring in the new, it's just because we're clearing out the old.
And it's
And
scary.
some's got to
Remember,
give
you're going to clench. You're going to be like, oh no,
a
it's going to
surrender.
feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel like it's stretching you to your limit. And it's like people have a lot of vulnerability around being seen, around being who they really are without being masked. Especially like in the professional world, you wear all these masks, but who are you really on the inside? That vulnerability that goes through with everything that's a change, with everything that we're working on to expand. We're going to feel that vulnerability because we've used these masks and used this stuff as a protective mechanism. It keeps us safe. And so when something doesn't feel safe, our monkey lizard brains kick in. Oh no, we're not doing that. That's not safe. We're going to run away. And I have my share of wanting to hide under the covers, but you know, um,
We all
but we
do.
have to. If you want to change, then you actually have to change. You
Yeah.
have to accept. You have
Uh,
to let go, and you got to come down out of up here into here.
Okay. There are so many more questions, like things that I can ask you, but I think in this moment, the best thing for us to do is to experience a
Okay.
little quantum attunement, because the experiential will definitely allow us to feel, and there may be more words that can describe, that we can identify at the end, that are
Mm-hmm.
the keys to the quantum
Easy.
keys.
Easy. This is easy. We're not forcing. We're not pushing. It's like you ever see birds fly and they're just like gliding on the wind and the wind changes and they just drop right on down with it and keep right on gliding.
Yeah.
It's easy for them. They flow. We're gonna flow.
So what do you need? Do you want to give us any instructions? I invite our audience to settle in and take a breath here and enjoy
Yeah.
quantum
So
attunement.
the first thing would be to just get comfortable. It does not matter what you look like, where you are. Get as comfortable as you can be. Lay down, get a blankie, anything that makes you feel comfortable. And so just get comfortable. And the first thing we'll do is we're going to make a sacred space for us, a place that feels safe so that you can feel safe and move forward. So this sacred space, it's going to be our quantum container. And so close all of you, everybody close your eyes. And what happens when we all close our eyes and we think together? That's where we're consciousness, our consciousnesses are focusing together. And when we do that, that creates measurable field effects. This is actually shown in the Global Consciousness Project at Princeton, has proven this repeatedly. So I want everyone, all of us, and once we create this container right now, we're going to do it. And then whoever watches this, it doesn't matter what time it is or where you are in the world, you're going to be held within this golden geometric sphere of coherent intention. And you might start feeling it. You can maybe feel it in your belly, in your chest, and keep that focus. Just imagine that all of us, wherever we are in the world, wherever time, whatever space, it doesn't matter. Everything is happening right here, right now. And this container will be a living container that you can step into whenever you're ready to watch this show. So we're held within this golden geometric sphere in coherent intention. What happens in this container doesn't just change you. It ripples throughout all the quantum field to affect everyone connected to you. Your healing becomes their healing. Your awakening catalyzes their awakening. Think about everybody that you know. And now think about you. You're the pebble, the rock dropped into the pond, and all those ripples out, all that ripples of you, your coherent resonance, ripples to everybody you know. That affects mass changes in the world and makes us all vibrate higher. So take a moment and place your hand on your heart and feel yourself joining this unified field of transformation. Beautiful. Our container is set. Now we're going to go into a quantum centering. It's like returning to your singularity. It's returning to your own eye of the storm. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, let yourself drop from your head into your body. Just go and notice. Feel the weight of your physical form. You're not just matter. You're not just a body. You're organized energy. 10 to the 28th power Planck spheres spinning in perfect coordination to create you. Now, you're very vast because you are you. Now bring your awareness to your heart center. According to unified physics, this is your personal singularity point, where the infinite contracts into the specific that is you. All that infinite power contracted into matter. That wave function collapsed and created you, very specifically. That put in a beautiful place of stillness, a point of absolute stillness in your heart, where everything is quiet, all the noise is gone. All possibilities exist, but nothing is yet manifest. This is your 0 point. And we can go anywhere from here. From this still point, begin to sense your entire body. Not judging, just noticing, no blame, just notice. You're conducting a quantum scan of your own field. Notice where energy feels like yours. Feel that for a minute. What feels like you? Where does it feel foreign? Do you feel energy that doesn't feel like you? That doesn't feel like yours? Just notice, where do you feel expanded? And where do you feel contracted? Just observe. Your consciousness is literally collapsing wave functions by observing. And now this is the quantum process. You're doing it. Now from your heart singularity, we're going to reclaim your unique energy signature. Every being in the universe has a unique spin pattern. You could feel the spinning as you just soak in your own body, in your own morphic field. It's like an energetic fingerprint. Yours has become entangled with others through daily interaction, through emotional connections, scrolling social media, answering emails. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine or feel your heart singularity beginning to pulse. With each pulse, it's broadcasting your unique frequency signature throughout your field. Now we'll use quantum disentanglement. State internally or aloud. I call back all of my energy from across all dimensions, timelines, and entanglements. My energy returns to me now cleansed and purified, carrying only wisdom. Feel or imagine the streams of light returning to your heart center. From everywhere you've left pieces of yourself, past relationships, work spaces, family dynamics, social media, worry about the future. Your energy knows its home frequency and returns like iron filings to a magnet. So continue to fill up with what's yours and let that flow keep happening. And while that's going on, we're going to release what's not yours. So now, say aloud or in your head, it doesn't matter. I release all energies, patterns, and entanglements that are not mine. They return to their rightful place with love and transformation. Give it all back with love. Now feel or imagine these foreign energies gently detaching from your field. You're not forcing. You're simply no longer providing the quantum resonance that allowed them to attach in the first place. They naturally fall away like outdated programs being deleted. Now, your field contains only your energy. Let's create coherence, the state where all your Planck spheres spin in harmony. Place your hand on your heart and breathe in for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now let's breathe out for 5 counts. This is creating heart coherence. This is actually scientifically proven to organize your entire electromagnetic field. With each breath, we're going to add it to a 5-5-5 breath now, which is 5 counts in, hold 5, exhale 5. And so each time we do that, keep that going. Feel your energy field becoming more organized, more crystalline, more you. You're not adding anything. You're revealing your original blueprint, like cleaning a diamond to reveal its natural brilliance. Look at your natural brilliance. Reveal your natural brilliance. Feel yourself as sovereign in your own field, complete, whole. No one can attach to you without your conscious permission. You are quantum coherent. Take a moment to notice how you feel now compared to when we started. Your energy field has been recalibrated to your unique signature. This isn't a temporary fix. You've reminded your system of its natural state. As you go forward, you can return to this coherent state anytime by simply touching your heart and taking the 5-5-5 breath. And remembering you are sovereign in your own quantum field. So when you're ready, take a deep breath and gently open your eyes.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome.
You have made our audience quantum coherent in this moment. And
Mm-hmm.
that is so beautiful. And it's coherence creation.
Yeah.
We can go on from this, and it
Oh,
goes
yeah.
even deeper, I know. And you've got a course, the quantum intersection, that
Mm-hmm.
goes very deep into this, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. But isn't it interesting, as we were now I feel soft in my energy,
Mm-hmm.
whole. And as we were setting the container, I just found this really interesting, and maybe you can explain why. but it's indicative of the energy shift, because when we were setting that golden orb, the beautiful container,
Mm-hmm.
my physical beingness had warmth. I mean, palpable warmth. Like,
Yeah.
I'm,
Oh, it's palpable.
yeah.
When
And
we
now I'm
get
getting,
into
I'm kind of chilly.
chills, you'll be cold now, and that's that energy shifting. When when
Yeah.
we get into things deeper, and so I have like in different trainings or whatever, that I do, we always get into literally hands-on stuff. Um, but it's palpable. You can, whether you're in the room together or on Zoom, the energy is palpable. It's like you can reach out and touch it. You can bounce the ball off of it. And the changes affected in your body, they keep going because remember, energy is instantaneous, but we're physical and we're dense. So we activate the energy and then it just starts manifesting physically as it works through our dense layer. So you'll continue to feel these vibrations.
Okay.
Yeah.
And another thing I just want to say is very interesting looking scanning, quantum scanning of the body.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just interesting, random, let's call it phantom pain.
Yeah.
And the last couple of days, it's like, where does that, like, low, not too bad, but
But it
subtle
just a
low back pain.
twinge
Yeah,
of,
just subtle low back pain. I'm like, what is that?
yeah,
That's not
it's
mine.
not yours. Things
And
that
that was
aren't
very
yours
clear.
show up in your body as physical manifestations of pain, uh, skin issues, spots, like crusty areas. You literally get crusty from other people, and so you'll have a teeth pain. You can have sinuses, skin issues. Your hair will get thin. Your skin will get like saggier and not glowier, and it has nothing to do with age. That's a lie. Um, and there's and back pain, knee pain, joint pain,
Yeah.
yawning. All this
Out of
stuff
nowhere.
is other energies.
And it's so, again, another little thing, like a shoulder, not big, not at all, but
Yeah,
like a weird shoulder thing in
yeah.
the middle of the night when I'm sleeping. And I
Hmm.
identified that as not mine.
Dream energy,
Wow.
dream energy.
That is just so amazing. And
We
so,
go deeper, a lot deeper into that and some of the other stuff. I mean, if we had the time today, we could just sit and play all day in the quantum field. But
yeah.
there's
Wow.
so many things, and we go deeper into, like in the quantum intersection, we go deep, really deep into recalibrating, activating, reorganizing, and reclaiming all of that stuff. And we go deep into searching and finding. We have deep patterns of programming, especially the longer we live. We have ancestral pain and trauma. We have this lifetime pain and trauma, and we have things we don't even think about or remember. It's in there. And so we go through some exercises and some or meditations. Again, I call everything meditations. We go through some meditations and we find those and we start releasing them. And then it's amazing because when you do, you're like, it's like you feel so empty but full at the same time because now you're not full of junk. Yeah.
Yeah. We are
Yeah.
liberated. I mean, okay,
It's
so
liberating.
we just
Yeah. I
spent a
mean,
we just spent a few moments today doing that, and there
mm-hmm.
was just a noticeable shift.
Yeah.
Uh, Feeling in the temperature, feeling in the energy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
A,
so simple, right?
a good exercise just to validate what you're feeling too is after we're done here today, wait a week or a few days or however long, doesn't matter, and then watch this again. And the quantum container will be right there, and you step right back into it, and it snaps right into place. And it's active for anybody like that.
And it spirals us up on the next
That's right. Hmm.
evolutionary cycle.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So let's talk about the quantum intersection where energy, intuition, and physics collide. This
Yeah.
is a masterclass, and we encourage everyone to join this. This is so dynamic, and it is
It's
the life work of Rachel. It's a
it's
masterclass with
packed.
experiential activation, alignment, and attunement. Wow.
Mhm.
Please walk us through what happens here, because I even want to join you, Rachel. I really do. I'm
I
so
hope you do. I would
into
love to
this.
have you in there. I think you bring a lot of great energy to the table that makes for a wonderful container. It makes work easy. Anyway.
And I know when you talk about like even Harriman's unified field theory, he says
Hmm.
that in every one of our cells
Yes.
is a black hole.
His When I first started reading his papers, I think you can find all of his peer-reviewed journals. His are on it's the International Space Federation. I think it's sciencefed.com if I remember right. I could be wrong, but has so many new. He has equations like the equations from Bohr's and Einstein and Higgs equation. They were incomplete, and he took their equations and with his studies was able to complete these equations and explain what we thought, like those equations previously only explained like 4% of our space-time and gravity, and it was like a really small amount, and everything else they called dark matter and dark energy because it was just they couldn't see it. So it's dark, so it's not there. And he actually figured out it is packed full and it is there. And so when I first saw his equations, I was like, oh my, it was the implications of that is just huge. So super exciting there. I can again get nerd out on everybody, but I'll try not to. So yeah, so he worked on that. We'll go over a lot of his stuff in like quantum mechanics, and then he ends up Einstein called like quantum entanglement and disentanglement. Einstein couldn't explain it, and his official description of it was spooky action at a distance, which I love that quote. But it was actually, and he spent a lot of his life trying to disprove that. And so that spooky action at a distance is our quantum entanglement, and it's how we can do distance healing. It's how we can uh, know when someone's going to call us. It's how we can, as mothers, know if our kids are upset or hurting. It's how we're psychic. It's how it explains a lot of things that were considered woo woo or mystical or bad or whatever negative connotation they got called. But this types of physics ends up explaining all of that. So that's very exciting. And that gives so much validation to so many people.
Yes, and so okay, there's several options then for people to work with you. And so let's
Yeah.
go over all of those so people can really understand what this opportunity is
Okay.
because it's a transformational opportunity. So we have the quantum intersection. That's
Hmm.
special offer one. What
Yeah.
is that? What do we do? How do
So
we engage?
it's about a 3 hour class, and I've also put together some explanations, a couple of ebooks to that you'll need to read and go over. They're easy to read though, so don't worry about that. But we go through the quantum foundation, and that's where we're going to talk about our 10 to the 28th power Planck spheres. It's where we're going to talk about the black hole and white hole dynamics and entanglement and how that works and how that shows up for you. What does it mean to you, and why is that important, and why do you need to know it? And then so we look at how that interfaces with our intuition. We figure out though, oh wow, here's all these things we just talked about, the sciencey stuff, and that actually explains our intuition. It's how it works. It's quantum entanglement. Your gut feelings are way faster than your brain's processing. Your gut has a ton of neurons, way more than your brain. Your heart and gut both have more neurons than your brain. And so they actually literally, when you get a gut feeling, your gut is literally feeling that. And so you translate it as these thoughts and ideas. Um, we we start learning about our intuition, and then we go into the energy architecture of it. So we all have, our chakras, right? Our chakras, and we have our central column of that light, our energy pillar that goes up and down our center along our chakra points. Well, energy flows in from above and down through and out to the bottom to the earth. It also flows up from the earth and out of the top. So we have this double toroidal field. And as that cycles and spins around us, it makes this beautiful swirling spinning pattern. And we learn how the earth has that same pattern. It's in the Fibonacci sequences in all of biology. And the galaxy, our solar system, our galaxies, all that spins at that same pattern. And That is how we can be the as above, so below, the microcosm of the macrocosm. And our black holes are how we connect to that information pattern. So when we need to heal, when we need to scan our body to see, hey, do I have a cancerous tumor? Do I have a thyroid gland that's messed up or whatever? Do we need to scan? We can actually scan and see that information. So we'll learn that, we'll get that activation. We're going to we will activate our palm chakras and turn them into energy sensors. And I teach how to use those to find spots, areas that you need to know about, and that you also learn how some people drain you and other people energize you. It's all spin dynamics, and how your strong thoughts create your standing waves in the quantum field, which is how you can uh, resonate with what you want to resonate, and the other things that don't resonate can't touch you. Um, from there, we do the actual full activation. Um, we're going to go into body centering. We go deep into energy clearing. We go deep into the Earth's core for grounding, and up into the heavens for the cosmos. And we bring it all into a coherent pattern. And then we learn shielding, like a permeable membrane. A lot of people think they got to put these shields up, but it ends up locking them off from flow. And so we go into that, a permeable membrane that allows love in, allows light in, allows what you need, but keeps all the other stuff at bay. And that is, once we put it in place, it's an ongoing program running in the background that you don't have to constantly update. You can do a 5 minute meditation, sacred start in the morning, and just have it going. So you're going to learn the exact physics to explain your sensitivity. You're not too much, you're not too sensitive. How you get overwhelmed, or some people don't feel anything at all, why they don't, and how we can bring that together. You'll learn how to read people, how to read quantum signatures, how to read places, situations, rooms. You'll learn that we talked about that distance doesn't matter. You'll learn about visualization and why it's actually scientific and how it actually changes reality. You learn to manage yourself. And when you're in chaotic environments, you have all this stuff happening. It's real easy to lose all your good habits that you think are habits, and we go down. You learn how to manage that and stay yourself and stay true to yourself. And then the vector points. That's something I've been working on for a long time. I started first figuring that out. Actually, I didn't know that's what I was doing when I was meditating at 16 years old. But looking back now, this is how lifelong it's been before the aha moment for me sank in. But the vector, a vector is a point where two lines of energy intersect, and they create a little spinny cesspool area. And this intersection line, it's you can find it like at an inhale of a breath. That space just before you exhale, that's a vector point. That breath comes in as energy, it stops right there, and then it comes out. That part, that holds so much power. That's where you can apply a small amount of consciousness, a small amount of leverage, and you will change all kinds of things. I can actually show you how to use that breath work alone and take pain out of your body with it, because it's at that vector point that you make that change and pull it on out. It's fascinating. And so that's all part of it. I put included the physics of intuition. Uh, it's an ebook I wrote on it's scientific studies, but it's all of them easily explained and how they prove all the gifts you have. And I have this meditation we just did. I did a separate recording of that. So if you don't want to watch the whole show again, you can just go straight to it. Um, and then I also want to do to keep your learning going. I believe it's important to engage daily. So it's a 30-day email series with daily quantum concepts and practices to keep you in practice that only take a few minutes. So you can do that. And that is it for that one. That's about a 3-hour class. And you don't have to watch it all at once, though. You can go through segment at a time.
Wow. Again, it's so comprehensive. And I
Very.
love how you're blending the spiritual side of it with the science behind
Mm.
it. Because the sages have been saying things for eons, and now science is coming to
Finally.
finally, finally. And there's more to be
Finally.
revealed, but this is the science behind it. And this is what is proof positive that it's real and that it does work and why it works.
Yes.
I just want to say, that's so comprehensive. And you're offering it for 50% off the
Yeah.
normal price for
Hmm.
Quantum Conversations.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Yeah. No, but you will not be able to get this elsewhere at that price ever.
wow.
Period.
Wow, thank you. Okay, so check it out, everyone. It
Hmm.
is so, it is like it's less than you would spend on a bodywork session, but
Yeah.
this is way more powerful than bodywork. This is
It's lasting change
lasting change,
and
working
ongoing.
in the quantum field, ongoing, because this gives such an incredible foundation. And
Hmm.
this really does the inner work, an understanding of energy, what's ours, what's not, and
Uh-huh.
how we can visualize and how we can totally change our reality. And I really love the vector points. We did a little bit of that today as
We
we held
did.
that breath.
We did.
And so to know how to really insert that vector point, that's really
Hmm.
helpful and powerful as well. So
It
everyone
is.
check it out. Scroll down on this webpage where you're watching this show, or if you're watching us on YouTube, it's in the description box, a link to learn more and to register for this. So as soon as you sign up, you're already saying yes, you're already in that field, and you'll get a beautiful download of all of these beautiful items in this special offer. But there's more, and there's a bundle opportunity as well. There's
Hmm.
live webinars with Rachel
Yes.
and a personal quantum session. Tell us about these.
Okay. So these really if you can do it, do the quantum intersection masterclass and then do the quantum mastery intensive. And of course, schedule with me if you want to. That would be great too. But these are really go hand in hand and build on each other. So, which is why I thought we could offer them as a bundle. So, the quantum mastery intensive, that is a 3-day over 3 weeks. So, we do every Thursday. It's a deep dive into energy mastery. Uh, it is intensive and it's about probably it'll be 2 to 3 hours each class, you know, usually, but it's a journey and it is going to bring you from the quantum intersection foundation and quantum foundations that, quantum mechanics. However, if you don't take the quantum intersection, it'll still be okay too. So we go into developing your complete energetic toolkit. And in doing that, we're also going to activate all 6 of your clairs. Um, and we're going to learn, some people are going to be more claircognizant than clairvoyant. Some people will be more clairaudient than clairsentient. And that's okay. But we'll work with all of those and learn how to start uh, working with those, reading different things, working with elemental forces, and understand how consciousness, it creates our reality at the quantum level. And so in our physical dense level, we may not notice it right away or not see it because we want everything like yesterday. But it's got to trickle in from the smaller area and come out and be, and come down, drop down from up here and get into us where we see it. And we learn that these universal codes, these universal things are what uh, we get what we want. We get exactly what we want and what we ask for. We just have to learn how to see it, how to track it, and how to pay attention. Oftentimes, we always notice what's the same, what's staying the same with me. Oh, day in, day out, I wake up, I do this routine. That's the same. But we learn to notice, well, what's different? What's that minute thing that's showing up differently? What's that? Because that is the signal that the universe is starting to put all these things together to bring you what you need and what you want. So we're going to go over energy mastery, intuitive mastery, and elemental mastery. And then we're going to do, you're also going to get a 7-day quantum field reset. So over 7 days, which I will send to you, you'll receive these daily guided practices where you'll do grounding, field boundary restorations, chakra coherence, quantum cord cutting, timeline clearing, crystalline field activation, and integration and sovereignty, of course. And then I decided also, because I appreciate people's time, I know how important my time is and valuable. I decided also to include my wealth codes, my quantum wealth codes, and so sacred money activation and recalibration. So if they're going to make an investment of time and money, I want to give back to that. So we're going to do an extra bonus that's, I don't even think I have listed in here and told you guys about, of wealth codes. Let's see. It's going, yeah. So our will be our sacred wealth codes, and how to implement those. So, whatever you put in, you're going to get back. And you'll get it back, so much more, tenfold. So that's, I don't know. What do you think about that?
I love that. I really do. This is, again, this program is so in depth,
Mm-hmm.
and it is, again, 50% off. And what
Mm-hmm.
you're doing is, so if there's offer two and it's 50% off its normal price,
Mm-hmm.
you're also offering offer one in offer two. So that's an added extra bonus.
That's
And
right.
this is
So, yeah.
so beautiful. Tell us more about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that if somebody wanted to do the do offer one, which is our quantum intersection, and then they wanted to do, and that the quantum intersection is usually 197. So for quantum conversations, I have it for just 97, and then I have the 3-day intensive, 3-day quantum mastery intensive. That's normally 997, and for quantum conversations, I'm doing it for 497. But if they want to do both, which I hope you do because it makes sense, they can do both programs for the one price of 497.
That's such a gift. I just want
Yeah.
to say,
So it's basically they get
a
$100
no-brainer.
off if they register for both programs. So they get the
That's
quantum
huge.
intersection for free.
Yeah.
And then, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
you get so you get the class. All right, thank you for this gift. I just want to say
yeah.
it's really exciting and it's highly supportive. Again, everyone, I invite you to read through the details on this page because there's so much here. So much here. You get so much support, a private Facebook group, practice partner matching for skill development. That right
Mm-hmm.
there is gold. It
Yeah.
really is. A 30-page workbook with quantum physics
Mm-hmm.
explanations and recordings that you can come back to. And
Yeah.
and
So all the recordings, the workbook, um, so in the depending on which session we're talking about, so from the quantum intersections, there's going to be the workbook and the PDF called the Physics of Intuition. And
now,
so that goes deeper into explaining intuition and the physics behind it and the science that proves it. And your workbook, I put this one, it's not pretty, it doesn't have pictures, but it's printer friendly. So you can print it out if you want and have that ready for when you watch the recording of the quantum intersections and go through it and answer the questions and write it down. There are things you need to write down and keep track of. And it's how you're going to start tracking your progress, tracking your quantum changes, and how you're going to start seeing, wow, I didn't need, there's things that's going to come up that you think you remember, you'll never remember. So write it down. And then in the uh, for the quantum mastery and intensive, that one will have, of course, the 3 classes, and then we'll have the quantum wealth codes, the sacred wealth codes, and that's going to be a sacred wealth codes and abundance recalibration. You'll get the 7-day quantum reset program. Uh, and then it's going to be the 30-page workbook too with quantum physics explanations. That one will have a different workbook. There's going to be the partner matching and then our Facebook community. And yeah, I think that's everything that I have in there. I also have it's another PDF, a separate one. that will come along with it that is different activation and calibration practices to intensify or sensitize your sensing abilities. So, your energy sensory abilities, there are actually specific exercises to do to keep you spot on, and your precision and your ability to, whatever it is you're intuiting or using your psychometry or whatever you're working with on, the percentage of your accuracy is going to go way up. And so that's included also. Yeah.
Wow. Again, this is it's like a certification in quantum spirituality. It's really, again, comprehensive.
They
Again,
will get a certificate of completion.
oh, thank you. Okay. So check it out, everyone, and read through the Quantum Mastery program, because I read some of that and it's like, I want that advanced energy sensing through your Planck field, reading the 12 dimensions of human energy architecture, quantum mechanics of chakra systems. This is highly in depth, and it's coming from a PhD candidate, a double PhD
Yeah.
candidate. And she's going to activate all of your clairs.
Yeah.
That
We're
is
gonna go, we're gonna clear out the cobwebs.
ready to be on fire this year of the fire horse, everyone.
Oh yes, I'm wearing my carnelian necklace that I activated as my fire horse talisman for the year.
And you have your fire horse carnelian unicorn wings behind you.
Yeah,
Or
that's actually
Pegasus,
my
Pegasus.
logo. It's my phoenix. It's my quantum phoenix. You can see all the energy and patterns swirling around. I don't know if I duck out of the way if you can see it better.
Oh, it's a phoenix. It looks a little like a dragon in some of those
Yeah,
too.
I liked it. I designed that. I liked it a lot. I'm a fire dragon on the Chinese zodiac, and
Oh,
I wanted to show like because I love health and wellness. So the center picture in here, I wanted to show as the caduceus,
uh-huh.
um, coming up, and the male and female energies intertwining to make us complete, whole, and sovereign, which is why we have the golden field around the center there. Yeah, all my imagery.
It's really beautiful. You're going to learn elemental diagnosis and healing applications, advanced protection using sacred geometry, creating energy formulas for specific outcomes,
Mm-hmm.
facilitating quantum shifts in yourself and others. This is huge. And the key is maintaining high frequency states in daily
Mm-hmm.
life. This is true embodiment. And again, it's
Yes.
highly supportive. And I want to say that there's 3 live classes with you, but those are going to go to 3 hours,
Yeah,
almost 3
that's a
hours each.
lot.
That's important and powerful. And so
Mm-hmm.
everyone check the date for times on the page here, but we're so excited about this. We're so excited about this opportunity. We want to make it easy for you. So, PayPal has payment options, but also we have a payment option for you as well to make it easier for you so that you can access this. Again, just a couple of body work sessions is the price of this course. And you're going to have this for your life, changing your
Mm-hmm.
life, really truly moving into the ascension timeline and control over your reality. This is a beautiful opportunity. I want to share that one more time. So again, I would say if you just want to do the one for $97, half off, that's
Mm-hmm.
going to get you a long way. But
Yes.
truly consider all of it, because that's the whole kit and caboodle. And it's really powerful. It will lead you like a rocket ship into your field of dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then there's one more for those who love personal attention, need
Mm-hmm.
personal assistance. This is a quantum attunement session. Tell us what
Yeah.
happens here.
So if somebody wants to book with me personally, they can. And what it's an hour session. And usually I don't try to say, hey, we're going to do this thing, because I feel like that limits it, because we don't know. What are you going to need when you come? We'll figure it out when you get there. Right. So, and we'll just go with what shows up. You have to have trust in the field and faith that what you need will come through and show up. So that definitely works. So I think on my scheduling, I put a link in there for my calendar scheduling page, and I also put my contact us link. So if you just rather send a message rather than and talk first or something, that's fine. Um, and I called it my Quantum Alchemy of the Soul strategy session, because we'll be strategizing how we're going to alchemize you into the quantum person you are and let that be revealed. So, whatever shows up, we'll do. If you need healing, we'll do that. If you need recalibration, if you need attunement, you need activation, we have an hour.
Oh, wow. Thank you for that. And
Mhm.
so, thank you, audience, for receiving this opportunity. Again, we invite you to check it out, read through it all, and feel into your heart. You'll know if this is right for you. I'm excited about it. I really am. And I do want to say one thing. I do know a little bit about Rachel. She's a beautiful, up and coming star, I want to say. And she is actually working on a larger program. She's
Yes.
got accredited certification in what you're going to learn. And it's going to be much more than this price that she's offering today. So this is your opportunity to get access into this right now before
Hmm.
she goes full Dr. Rachel on us.
Yeah.
A
That
beautiful
is, that's the coherence code, which is the quantum healing certification course. So
wow.
that'll be for people who want to practice sessions with and heal other people, do energy sessions with other people.
Mhm.
Uh, this will give them a full, it's IPHM, it's International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine accreditation. I'm an accredited teacher, and we'll offer that certification where they will become accredited, certified uh, practitioners of quantum energy. And so that is over 8 weeks. Each session is about 2 to 3 hours over 8 weeks. There's case studies, there is homework, and there's a ton of learning. Everything we've talked about here today, it's more. It goes deeper on that, but it also has with it, because a lot of us are really great at sensing people and at healing their energy or help showing them how to heal themselves. But then we have, if we're going to be a practitioner and we need to do this as a business, well, what do we do then? How do we put that together? So we learn how to integrate our holistic selves with our business selves. And so there's a whole business side of it, how to set that up. And then that one also covers over chakra energy recalibrations, clearing them, and crystal healing. So there's a lot more involved in this, in the certification course, in the accredited certification course.
All right. And that is up and coming, not
That's
to
up
be
and coming. That'll be ready soon, very soon, like in a month or
soon.
two.
And so that is what's in store. But this program that is offered today is so beneficial for your journey. It's the foundation
It
of
is.
this work. And I love it. Thank you so much,
Mm-hmm.
Rachel. It really is a good opportunity for people to understand, right? We always try to wrap our head around how this works. That's like a number
Yeah.
one question. How does that work? How do you know that? Well, now we've got it. It's called
That and other people, like we may want to know how it works, but we know it does work, so we just go with it and do it. But then oftentimes we're around other people and they're skeptical, they don't believe it, and they want you to explain it, and you're like, I don't know. so,
now we
so
can
you'll
explain
be
it.
able to explain it in a
Yes.
coherent, scientific way that can uh, change even the most skeptical people. So, I mean,
Yes.
and yeah, you'll have all that written down for you in the two ebooks that
Excellent.
come along with the
Again,
programs. Mm-hmm.
so comprehensive, highly comprehensive and supportive for everyone's journey here. It really is the bridge of science and spirituality. And now we can go forward confident and speaking wow. And when we speak science like that, we are
Mm-hmm.
heard in a different way. And it's just a great way for people to open up even more. Everyone's
Yeah.
awakening is going to accelerate with this
Mhm.
aspect of quantum mechanics. So thank you for that. Thank you, Rachel. Wow.
Thank you.
I am so honored and grateful for your efforts and for your decades of personal studying and attunement to these frequency and this wisdom.
Mhm.
And so I know you're going to help a lot of people, and I know a lot of people are
I
interested
hope so.
in working with you. Yeah. So anything that you'd like to say as we close our sacred circle? Final thoughts?
To be accepting. And that means accept all the stuff that's good for you, that's scary. Learn how to not accept the stuff that you feel that you have to because you're being nice. And to accept yourself, most of all. Whatever beautiful way you're put together is perfect and acceptable and more than acceptable. It's the most valuable thing we have. So accept that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again. And thank you, everyone, for receiving this today.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that you
Yes,
felt it. Again, we invite you to go back in a few days, in a week, and watch it again and notice what you notice.
that's right.
Thank you, Rachel. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Namaste.
you.
This has been a presentation of New Earth One Network, your home for New Earth living. Access information, education, and videos on living from the heart in Unity Consciousness. Visit newearth1.com.